Hi, David. As a prominent Florida attorney, I hear that you are helping a lot of homeowners with their problems with toxic Chinese drywall. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? What is this problem?
Yes, I'm David Durkee, and I'm a partner with Robertson Durkee, and we're a civil litigation firm that does work throughout the state of Florida. And we've been taking the lead on this Chinese drywall issue. Basically, this is a problem that affects homeowners throughout the state of Florida and throughout the nation. Basically, this drywall is toxic and it's defective. And because it's toxic and defective, it's causing problems throughout people's homes. It affects their appliances, it affects their air conditioning, it affects their personal belongings, but most importantly, it can have a detrimental effect on their health while they're being exposed to this toxic condition. So we are going throughout the state of Florida and trying to help victims of this terrible problem and explaining to them, number one, how to identify the condition, and number two, what are their legal rights.
So, how can people know if they have toxic Chinese drywall in their homes?
Well, first of all, look what year your home was built. If it was built between 2000 and currently, it possibly could have Chinese drywall. Then they need to do a little investigation in their home. Look at the copper within their home. And the copper is located in their air handler and their air conditioning. If that's turning black, they very well could have a problem. Also, there's copper on the back of the electrical outlets. And if that copper is turning black, they very well might have a problem. They should try and find out if they have a smell in their home that's unusual, sort of like a chemical rotten egg type smell. If they have an unusual odor, that's indicative of toxic Chinese drywall. And finally, look at the labeling on the back of the drywall and see if it says Knauf, K-N-A-U-F, if it has Chinese writing on it, if it actually says made in China. All of those are good indications that this is the problem product. Finally, they have to understand that they might be having health effects. They have to determine within themselves that their eyes are burning, they're having respiratory problems, even so severe as having possibly nosebleeds. All of those are indications that they might have this toxic condition.
So, what should people do if they feel that they have toxic Chinese drywall in their homes?
Well, they need to, number one, determine that they have the condition in their home. Most attorneys, certainly our firm does, the firm of Robertson Durkee, if you call us, we'll go out to your home and do a free evaluation with people who really do know what the problem looks like and how it presents itself. Second of all, get yourself educated. Go online. Our website has a lot of information about how to identify the problem, what is the problem, what are the health effects of the problem, and then find yourself a good, ethical, qualified attorney. Somebody who really knows how to do this type of litigation, because really it's your only way out. Right now, the federal government has not stepped up to the plate to help any of these victims. Most people's homeowners insurance are not going to cover this problem. So really the only avenue is to go through litigation with an attorney and fight for their rights.
So, how can people contact your firm?
Well, you can call us at 305-442-1700, or you can certainly find Robertson Durkee on the internet and provide yourself with some free information about how to identify the problem and how to understand your legal rights.
Great. Well, thank you, David.
Thank you. If you feel you've been a victim of this toxic Chinese drywall, then the law firm of Robertson Durkee has put together a very easy 5-step process so you can sort of do a self-evaluation of your home. Number one, figure out when your home was built. If your home was built between 2000 and 2009, you could be in the category of homes that have this toxic defective product. Number two, check the copper in your home. Behind your electrical outlets, there's always a copper ground wire. If that copper ground wire is turning black, then you very well may have a toxic problem. Also, there's copper in your air handler, which is part of your air conditioning. If that copper is turning black, you very well may have this problem. Look for the label. Go behind the drywall and look at the labeling of the drywall. If you see that it says made in China, or you have Chinese writing on it, or it's made by a manufacturer by the name of Knauf, K-N-A-U-F, any of those labels are very indicative of Chinese drywall. Do an assessment of your health. If you have burning eyes, if you have respiratory problems, sometimes so severe as having nosebleeds, That could be indicative of this toxic defective product. And finally, evaluate the smell in your home. If you have an unusual rotten egg chemical type smell in your home, that's an indication you might have this toxic defective product. If you go through this 5-step process and still believe that you have this problem, you should seek good legal counsel. The reason being is the federal government's not going to step up to the plate and solve this problem for these victims. Homeowners insurance is not going to solve their problems. Robertson Durkee will go out, do a free evaluation of the home, and then at no charge explain to you what your legal rights are. Also on our website has a lot of free information. It has this 5-step process that they can evaluate their home. It has what their legal rights are, has a lot of good free information. All of those are good actions to take if you have this toxic defective product.